I watched hundreds of hours of college basketball this season, so you didn't have to. I know you have to have an upset or two in your bracket, and this one is particularly popular with the analysts, but I'm going to caution you to stay away from it, and I'll tell you why. If you had the audio here, you'd hear Seth Davis emphatically picking High Point over Purdue. And I get it, this has all the makings of an upset. Purdue's lost 6 of their last 9, and High Point has a top 5 offensive efficiency in the country, so why would I caution against this? Let's dive into it. First things first, High Point gives up way too many open looks from the 3-point line, and there was evidence of this all over the Big South Championship against Winthrop. Purdue happens to have one of the best 3-point shooters in the country, Fletcher Lawyer, who shoots at over 46%. Not only that, they have Braden Smith and some wings that can hit from outside as well. If you give Purdue too many open looks from outside, they're going to shoot you right out of the gym. Purdue has a team 3-point shooting percentage of over 38%, which is 12th in the country. Also, in the Big South, High Point was able to rely on their rebounding margin, which is over 5, to get out and run, but Purdue has a rebounding margin over 2, and the Big Ten obviously has stiffer competition going after the rebound. So I think this advantage will be nullified by the fact that Purdue's also a good rebounding team. So when I look at situations like this, but I replace these players with Braden Smith, TKR, and Fletcher Lawyer, I just don't see how it goes well for High Point. And also, Braden Smith and TKR have a nasty two-man game that's been giving Big Ten teams struggles all year. It'll be interesting to see how High Point comes out defending these screens because Purdue's really had success against just about every look this year. From what I've seen from High Point, they either like to switch or drop, and those are two things that Purdue's going to eat alive. So you can see High Point switching here, but the issue is, on the roll, TKR is going to be wide open, and unfortunately for Longwood, they missed the roll here and then just end up kicking the ball out, even though their big would be downhill against just one smaller defender. But as you can see on these next few plays from Braden Smith, that is not a pass he's going to be missing when TKR rolls to the hoop. The other way I've seen High Point defend screens is just drop and then leave a temporarily open shot for the guard. The problem with that is that Braden's going to shoot it 10 out of 10 times and make it about 8 out of 10, and that's going to be trouble as well. Last and certainly not least, High Point relies on the other team being a bit sloppy so then they can get out and run, whether it's a turnover or an errant shot. The problem with that is Purdue is 12th at offensive efficiency, and they're top 25 in fewest turnovers averaged per game. I really like this High Point team, and I think they're worthy of being mentioned as a potential upset team. I just think they got a really bad draw in Purdue that nullifies a lot of their strengths. And if High Point wants to get out and run, that's something that Purdue is really comfortable with as well.